right, coming up next, it's a light heavyweight matchup between the Iceman, Chuck Liddell, and Jon Jones. So here is the former UFC light heavyweight champion, current UFC interim light heavyweight champion, Jon Bones Jones. Never lost the belt inside the octagon. It was transgressions outside the octagon that resulted in him being stripped of the title. But when the lights go on, you can argue this is the most dominant and best champion the octagon has ever seen.
Jon Jones, in my opinion, is the very best at utilizing his reach advantage. If you watch Jon's fights, he is the very best at keeping fighters where he can hit them, but they can't hit him. And if they get close enough to get a hold of him, he has some incredible wrestling talent to go with that striking.
Well, if you choose to stand on a napkin in the center of the octagon and stand and trade with this young man, you're playing with fire. Frightening knockout power. Go look at the highlight reel. As good a reel as anybody in the sport, you can be sure he'll be looking to find a home for those heavy hands early and often. You do not want to get in a slugfest with this young contender, I can assure you of that.
Chuck Liddell will go down in history of one of the greatest fighters in the history of the UFC. The UFC light heavyweight champion during his reign was one of the most feared fighters in the sport, with devastating knockout victories of the elite of his era.
And now our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight fight. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age, with similar height but big differences in reach. And now for the particulars, we go inside the octagon where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds of the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a look-see-do fighter, holding a professional record of 23 wins, 1 loss, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, ladies and gentlemen, he is a former UFC light heavyweight champion, Jon Bones Jones. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 20 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of San Luis Obispo, California, presenting the member of the UFC Hall of Fame and the former UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, the Iceman, Chuck Liddell. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, your referee.
Are you ready? You ready?
Well, this building has hosted some of the biggest fights in boxing history, and now MMA making its presence felt. We are underway and ready for live action here at Madison Square Garden in the heart of New York City. Lands flush with the left hand.
Switches southpaw. Slightly deflected. Oh!
The punch is blocked. Oh, he found the target there. That'll work. Effective punch there by Chuck Liddell. Jones gets tagged with a kick now. Let's see if he can wrap.
Oh, both men exchange.
Big right hand.
And there he swung with a haymaker. Good defense there.
Just over 3 minutes to go in our first round.
Wow! Body kick, look at that.
Oh, uppercut lands, and he leaned right into that one, Joe. Left the head wide open there for the taking. Let's see if now that wakes him up a little bit and he learns to get those hands up.
Trying to spin to the back. Slides him over, and nice reversal here.
The Iceman gets back up, back into his comfort zone.
High kick! He hurt him! This could be it right here.
Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet.
Oh! What a leg kick!
Looked like it did start a little bit.
He's hurt! He's rocked! Big shots!
He didn't miss with that uppercut.
Oh, very nice.
And
Oh! Oh! He got hurt!
goes down again.
That's it! He's out! He's out! The fight is over! Wow! Excellent timing here. Big left hand for the victory.
Yeah, there's another one for the highlight reel, Joe, and that's probably as good a knockout as he's had in the UFC. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Crowd absolutely loving it. Flush land to close out his opponent. I'm not even sure the other fighter saw it coming. So a big knockout for him here tonight on the biggest of stages.
Here we see it again. Boom.
Well, hard to perform much better than he did tonight. A huge knockout under the lights. They'll be talking about that one for some time. We go inside the octagon now where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 14 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the Iceman, Liddell!
So there he is, the man of the moment. Certainly maximized the showcase here tonight, Joe. He gets a big win by way of the knockout. Certainly kept the judges out of it here tonight. Perhaps some bonus money is coming his way, but there will be no wiping the smile off of his face tonight. He will party deep into the night with his friends, his family. A huge knockout turned in by that man here tonight.